Hello everyone, Debs here for PTM Productions. I'm back on another episode. I just finished watching Rebel Moon 2, The Scargiver, or just Rebel Moon, The Scargiver. Rebel Moon 2, The Scargiver is a sequel to Rebel Moon, A Child of Fire. Uh, from a story by Zack Snyder and, yeah, Kurt Johnstad, Shea Hatton. Um, I have to say I actually enjoyed this film more than the first one. The first one, it was, you could tell that it was more of like a backstory. There was more of a setup to the second one, and I always like when that happens. I always like to just have the first one be its own thing. It was its own thing, but you can still sense that Zack Snyder was actually holding back a bit in terms of the story, and the second one doesn't really disappoint. It starts off where these people are getting trained, getting ready for the whole battle. They're alerted that the the enemy from the first film is actually coming back. I don't want to spoil too much of the film, so yeah, you have to watch it yourself. They also get into a part where they talk about all of their backstories, which is actually um, what quite an important reason for this because everything is just alluded to in the first film, and especially the whole reason why we're here, the Scargiver, why Korra or Arthur Leyes as the bad guys would call her, kind of gives that a One Piece vibe where you have the bad guys call you one name, how they know you, and the good guys call you another name for how they know you because each one knows a different side of you. So it was quite interesting how she got to this point, and yeah, it is quite good in terms of how it sets all of this up. Uh, it gives the rest of the crew as well backstories because they called Tarek the one who was found on on a desert planet, who was the slave basically, was set free by riding the Ben, who was like just like some griffin type creature. Um, he was a prince, and they showed his backstory, I think, which is one of the most interesting out of all of them, because they didn't really get to show any of the Blood Axe, or yeah, they didn't really get to show any of the Blood Axe who had died in the first film. The Blood Axe backstory, because a lot of people would have thought that that was quite interesting. And yeah, the film picks up midway. It picks up midway, and I absolutely love when the action starts, man. That it when I say it starts with a bang, it starts with a bang, and it is quite unexpected. It caught everybody off guard in the film as well. Obviously, the good guys playing it, but yeah, it caught the bad guys off guard, and it was quite exciting. Um, Man, what else can I say? That whole action scene, it lasted for more than an hour. It had its ups and downs. It had flashbacks of what can I say? Its intensity reminds me of the Mad Max Fury Road intensity, the one that was like released a couple years ago. It was in 2019 or 2018, but it just kept going on, and each time it just kept going to another level and another level. As soon as you think that maybe things are gonna wind down, it's gonna take another story path or something, because you never really know with these movies what's gonna happen. And I also really like how Zack Snyder shout out to all his previous DC films. There's a huge homage to Batman, which I really like, and obviously there's also another huge homage to Superman, which I really like, and also to more older DC films. Which if you just watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm saying. Because again, I don't want to spoil it, but overall, it was an excellent movie. The action was great. The storytelling was awesome as well. The setup to the third it's done quite naturally. Uh, as natural as the film could have done it, but you'll understand what I mean. Uh, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. This was a great movie, and I can't wait for part 3 when it comes out.